Okay, today we're going to talk about test of hypothesis to population. Okay, introduction. In this lesson, we're going to deal with the procedures for making inferences about the two population. When we want to compare two population, we need two samples, one for each. Two basic kinds of samples can be used, the independent and the independent or dependent samples. The independent independence of the sample is determined by the sources used for the data. Ano ba yung mga sources na ito? A source can be object, a person, or something that will part of data. If two unrelated sets of the sources are used, one set used for each population. So we have independent sampling. If same set of sources are paired or matched in some way to obtain the data representing both population, we have dependent sample. Ano pa ang pinagkaiba nito? Okay. Yung dependent sample, ito yung two unrelated or separate sets of sources. Halimbawa nito, male and female. Parang kino-compare yung dalawa. Okay? Kino-compare yung dalawa. Pangalawa, dependent sample. If same set of sources are paired or matched in some way to obtain the data representing both population, halimbawa nito yung pre-test, post-test, pwede rin yung sales, before and after, training results, yung before and after training. Yun yung dependent. Same lang sila ng set ng sources natin. Unlike dito sa independent sample, magkaiba sila. Okay? Here's the formula to get the z-test and t-test natin. Okay? So, computed z-score ay x sub 1 minus x sub 2 minus mu sub 1 minus mu sub 2 all over square root of s sub 1 square over n sub 1 plus s sub 2 square over n sub 2. Sa t-test naman po, x sub 1 minus x sub 2 minus u sub 1 minus u sub 2 all over square root of n sub 1 minus 1 times x sub 2 square plus n sub 1 minus 1 times x sub 2 square all over n sub 1 plus n sub 2 minus 2 times the square root of 1 over n sub 1 plus 1 over n sub 2. Okay. Yung may bar na x sub 1, that is the mean of the first sample. Yung isa naman, yung may bar na x sub 2, yan po yung mean ng second sample. N sub 1, yan po yung size. Yan po yung size or sample dun sa first population. N sub 2 is the size ng sample natin. Okay. Sigma sub 1, that is the standard deviation of the first population. Sigma sub 2, standard deviation of the second population. At yung panghuli, yung S. S sub 1, standard deviation of first sample. And then S sub 2 ay standard deviation of the second sample. Again, pare-parehas pa rin po ng steps na gagamitin natin. Una, state the null hypothesis and the alternative hypothesis. Second, select the level of significance. Third, determine the values or the critical values and the rejection regions. Fourth, compute the test statistics. Fifth, state the decision rule. And lastly, make a decision. Okay, let's have sample number 1. A real estate agent compares the selling price of the townhouses in two major cities in NCR to see if there is a difference in price. The result of the study are shown. Is there enough evidence to reject the claim that the average price of townhouses in Quezon City is higher than sa Makati City? Okay, use standard deviation or level of significance 0.05. So sa Quezon City, sa Quezon City, yung average selling price ay 2,140,000 pesos. Sa Makati City naman po ay 1,970,000 pesos. Yung standard deviation ng Quezon City ay 226,000 pesos. Sa Makati naman po ay 243,000 pesos yung kanilang standard deviation. Yung sample na ginamit dito sa ating Quezon City ay 47. Dito naman sa Makati ay 45. Again, same step pa rin po ang ating gagamitin para solve itong ating problem. So yung ating problem, lalo na yung itong question natin, is there enough evidence to reject the claim? So meron silang claim na yung average price daw ng townhouse sa may QC, okay, Quezon City is greater than sa Makati City. So yung ating alternative hypothesis ay mu sub 1 ay mas malaki sa mu sub 2. So yung mu sub 1 represent yung ating sa average ng townhouses dito sa Quezon City, tapos yung mu sub 2 ay sa Makati City. So in that case, yung ating null hypothesis ay kabaliktaran nito. Okay? Ito ay mu sub 1 at most sa mu sub 2. Okay? Yan po. Next, ang ating level of significance ay 0.05. Okay? Kung mapapansin nyo, no? Ang ating problem ay one-tailed text. Okay. So, kapag ganyan, pwede na po natin malaman ang kanyang critical value. So, ito ay one-tailed test tapos 0.05. Therefore, ang ating critical value ay positive, negative 1.645. Okay. After po nyan, pwede na po natin makompute yung test statistics niya. Ito po yung formula kanina, I simply copy it. And then, kailangan po natin yung information kanina, no? Tapos, ito'y substitute na natin. So, yung x sub 1, base po dito sa Quezon City ay 2,140,000. Okay. Minus yung ating 1,970,000. Okay. Minus yung mu, ano? Wala naman yan. So, this is 0 already. 0. Over square root of yung s sub 1 po dito ay 226,000. Then square po ito. Square all over. Ilan ba yung sample dun sa ating Quezon City? That is 47. Okay. Plus okay, yung standard deviation sa Makati City ay 243,000 square all over yung sample niya na 45. Okay. So, i-press po natin sa ating calculator itong 2,140,000 minus 1,970,000. Okay, all over the square root of 226,000 square over 47 plus 243,000 square all over 45. Ang magiging result nito ay 3.471. Ito na po ang ating computed z-score. Okay? So, 3.471. Dito na po tayo sa ating decision rule. Okay? Decision rule na 3 3.471 ay mas malaki or equal dun sa ating critical value na 1.645. Tama ba ako? Okay, tama. 1.645. Okay, so kung ipa-plot natin dito, no, sa ating bell shape, dito yung critical value 1.645, tapos yung yung result ay 3.471. So nandito po siya, most likely nandito. So 3.471, ibig sabihin nasa rejection region. At kung mapapansin nyo, no, mas malaki yung 3.471 compared dun sa ating critical value. So ito'y reject the null hypothesis. In that case, okay, conclusion. Since we reject the null hypothesis, we can conclude that there is enough evidence to support the claim that the mean are not equal. Okay? Hence, there is significant difference in the prices, and the average price of the townhouses in Quezon City is greater than dun sa Makati City. Yan po yung conclusion po natin. Let's proceed sa number 2. The operations manager of sales company wants to see whether there is a significant difference in the ages of the male and female customers. He selects a sample of 35 samples for each group. The ages are shown below. Sa baba. Dito. Okay? At alpha equal to 0.05, decide if there is enough evidence to reject the claim of no difference in the ages of the two groups. So yung male po, no, yung male, yung average age ay 27.3, sa female naman po ay 28. Standard deviation ng male ay 2.4, sa female naman po ay 3.1. Both of them merong sample na 35. Okay? So, yung ating null hypothesis at alternative hypothesis ay ganito. Sabi dito, wala daw pinagkaiba. Yan yung claim nila. So, yung ating alternative hypothesis, mu sub 1, ay walang pinagkaiba sa mu sub 2. So, ito yung magiging sa male, yung mu sub 1, yung mu sub 2, yan po yung sa female po natin. Okay. Therefore, yung ating alternative ay yung null hypothesis ay equal. Mu sub 1 ay equal sa mu sub 2. Ito po yung claim, ano? Ito po yung claim na hindi sila or there is no difference in the ages ng two group. Okay. Level of significance po natin ay 0.05. Okay. Tapos, yung ating problem ay 2 tailed test. Okay? Therefore, okay, two-tailed test, 0.05 z-test kasi 35 po yung ating sample na ginamit. Okay? Siyempre, ito yung table na ating gagamitin, two-tailed test. Tapos, 0.05. Therefore, yung ating critical value ay positive, negative 1.96. Okay, after po nyan, okay, proceed na po tayo sa computed z-score. Okay, ito po yung formula, ito po yung information na isa-substitute natin sa formula natin. Okay, so ito'y 27.3 minus 28. Okay, minus 0 all over square root of 2.4 square all over 35 plus 3.1 square all over 35. Okay, kapag ipapress nyo po yan sa inyong calculator, ang magiging sagot ay negative 1.056. Okay, yan po yung ating sagot. Okay, proceed na po tayo sa ating decision rule. Okay, pero bago po yan, i-plot muna natin dito sa ating bell shape. So, yung ating critical value ay positive, negative 1.96. So, ito yung positive, ito yung negative 1.96. At yung naging resulta, no? Ang naging resulta ay, okay, let's say ito yung 0. Ang naging resulta ay negative 1.056. Nandito po siya. Negative 1 point. Let's say ito yung 1. Okay. Ito yung ating 0. Negative 1 point. Yan. Nandito po. Negative 1.056. Okay. Nasa confidence interval, ibig po sabihin, we're not going to reject the null hypothesis. Okay. Decision rule po tayo. Okay. Take note, yung absolute value ng negative 1.056 ay 1.056. Okay? Is this greater than or equal dun sa critical value, positive, negative? Parehas pa rin po na positive. So, 1.96. Okay, it shows naman, na mas maliit yung 1.056 compare sa ating critical value. Therefore, we accept the null hypothesis. Okay, for our conclusion, since we failed to reject the null hypothesis, we can conclude that there is no significant evidence to support the claim of no difference in the ages of the two groups. Okay, walang pinagkaiba. Okay, yung kanilang edad. So, yan po yung claim, So, siyempre, yung ating alternative hypothesis, ay yung null hypothesis yung tatanggapin po dito. Okay? Hope this clear. Let's move sa number 3. Okay. Okay, test of the hypothesis between two means a small independent sample. Student t-test or t-test for independent sample of difference of means is used to test the significance of the difference between the two sample means. This can be used to compare the sample means between the two independent sample. It is the parametric test which assume a normal distribution and it can use for smaller samples. The t-distribution was developed by G.W. Brosset in 1908. Okay, and published the pseudonym student. As a result, the t-distribution is also called the student's distribution. So, yung alam yung t-distribution last time, pwede rin po natin siyang tawagin na student's distribution. Okay, sample number 3. A researcher wishes to determine whether the monthly salary of professional elementary schools in private schools and elementary schools in a public school differs. So, merong sa private, meron sa public. Meron bang pinagkaiba? Yun yung sahod nila. Yun yung problem natin. He selects a sample of elementary teachers from each type of school, calculates the means and standard deviation of their salary. Level of significance 0.01. Can he conclude that the private school teachers does not receive the same salary with the public school teacher? Magkaiba kaya? Yan yung problem natin. Assume that the population are approximately normally distributed. So sa private po, yung ating salary mean ay 16,400 pesos. Sa public naman po ay 15,170. Standard deviation sa private, 700. Sa public naman ay 800. Yung sample natin dito sa private ay 15. Sa public naman po ay 9. Okay? State the null hypothesis and alternative hypothesis. Yung ating alternative hypothesis ay siyempre do not receive. So, not equal po yun, ano? U sub 1 is not equal sa U sub 2. Okay, therefore, yung ating null hypothesis ay mu sub 1 ay equal lang sa sahod ng sa public school. Okay? Ang ating level of significance ay 0.01. 0.01. At kung mapapansin nyo, yung ating problem ay two-tailed test. Okay. Siyempre, kapag ganun kakonti ang ating population, ang ating gagamitin ay student distribution or t-test. Siyempre, kapag t-test, t-critical ang ating gagawin. So, dito, no, remember, kailangan natin ng sample. So, n sub 1 natin ay 15. Yung n sub 2 natin ay 9. Okay, remember dati, yung degree of freedom natin ay kailangan natin yung sum ng n sub 1 and n sub 2 minus yung 2 natin para malaman po natin yung degree of freedom. So, 15 plus 9 minus 2. 15 plus 9 is 24 minus 2, that is 22. Okay, gamit po yung ating table. Ito po. Gamit po yan. Degree of freedom po natin ay 22. Two-tailed po yung ating problem. Two-tailed. Tapos yung ating level of significance ay 0.01. Therefore, yung ating critical value ay 2.819. Okay. 2.819. Yan po yung ating critical value. Ang susunod na po natin na gawin ay isa-substitute po dito sa ating formula. Okay. So, ito'y 16,400 minus, okay, habang nagsasalita po ako, press this on your calculator. 15,170 minus 0 na po ito. Okay, 0 na po ito. All over. Okay, square root of 15 minus 1. 15 minus 1 times yung standard deviation niya na 700 square. Okay, all over 15 plus 9 minus 2 plus, okay, ito'y 9 minus 1 times 800 square. Okay, square root of 1 over 15 plus 1 over 9. Okay, can you please press this on your calculator? Okay, ang lalabas po dyan sa inyong calculator ay 3.953. Yan po yung ating computed t-score. 3.953. Okay? So, 3.953 yung ating nakuha. Is this greater than or equal dun sa ating critical value na 2.819? Tama ba ako? 2.819. Okay, very good. Okay, tapos, kung ating ipa-plot, dito sa ating z-score or sa normal distribution, ito yung magiging 0. So, ito yung negative 2.819. Ito naman positive 2.819. Ito yung mas malaki, dito. Okay? So, ito yung nandito siya. Ito yung 3.953. Nasa rejection region. So, meaning, kahit wala na tong table, kahit wala na tong bell shape, alam naman natin na mas malaki ito. Therefore, we reject the null hypothesis. Pinakita ko lang sa ating bell shape na nasa rejection region po siya. Okay, conclusion po tayo. Since we reject the null hypothesis, we can conclude that there is evidence to support the claim that the private school teachers does not receive the same salary with public school teachers. Hindi sila parehas ng sahod. Okay? It's problem number 3. Okay, let's have problem number 4. A budget head for SSS Sales Incorporated would like to compare the daily travel expenses for the sales staff and the audit staff. He collected the following sample information. So this time, iba naman yung approach. Hindi binigay yung mean sa sales staff pati sa audit staff. So kung kailangan natin dito, kailangan natin computein muna yung sample mean, yung standard deviation, pero yung ating sample dito ay meron na yung number of sample. So for the sales staff, 105, 120, 140, 160, 100, 170, 160, 140, 130, 160, 180, 190. So kung bibilangin po natin sa sales staff, ilan po yung sample? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So sa sales staff, yung N po natin ay 12. Dito naman po sa audit staff, 130, 50, 90, 80, 70, 125, 180, 80, 110. Ito naman po ay N is equal to 9. Okay. At 0.05 significance level, can he conclude that the mean daily expenses of sales staff are greater than the audit staff? Okay, so paano po yung gantong approach? Again, una muna natin gagawin ay state muna natin yung null hypothesis and alternative hypothesis. So dito po, yung ating u sub 1, sabi po dito greater than. So ito ay greater than sa ating u sub 2. Okay, in that case, syempre yung ating alternative null hypothesis ay mu sub 1 is at most sa mu sub 2. Okay, ito po yung claim ito po yung claim ng SSS head. Okay, yan po yung claim ng SSS head. Okay, yung level of significance po natin ay 0.05. Okay, at yung ating problem ay one-tailed test. Okay, tapos kung mabibilang nyo, yung N natin ay 12 sa sales staff. Bali, N sub 1 ay 12. Yung ating N sub 2 ay 9. Puro less than 30, less than 30. Therefore, ang ating problem ay t-test. Okay, in that case, kailangan natin yung degree of freedom. So, it's plus 9. 12 plus 9 minus 2. Okay, therefore, ang ating degree of freedom ay 19. Okay, 19. Tapos 0.05 ang ating level of significance. Gamit po itong student distribution. So, let's say 19. 19, ito po. Tapos, one-tail test, 0.05. Okay, ito yung 0.05. Kung ano po yung intersection po nila, yan po yung magiging critical value po natin. So, sulat ko lamang po dito, 1.729 ang ating critical value. I hope that's clear sa critical value. Okay. Ang sunod po kasi natin gagawin ay yung computing yung T-score. Okay. Siyempre, iba yung method. Gamitin muna natin kasi we don't have any information na ano yung mean, ano yung standard deviation. Una, ganito po ang pagkuha ng mean. Okay. So, ito po yung information natin kanina, 105, 120, 140, 160, 100, 70, 160, 140, 130, 160, 180, 190. Ang una po, so ito yung summation of x sub 1. Okay, yan po ibig sabihin na i-add po lahat po yan. When you press this on your calculator, siya po ay equal sa 1,755. Okay. Same din po dito. Ito po yung information ng x sub 2. So, ito naman, summation of paano naman po makuha yung mean? Okay, makukuha po natin yung mean. Ito po yung formula ng T-score. Makukuha po natin yung mean through this. Okay? Through this. Yung x, summation ng x sub 1 ay nakuha na po natin siya kanina dito. So, ito'y 1,755 all over. Ilan ba yung population or sample sa x sub 1? Ito'y 12. So, ito'y i-divide natin sa 12. When you press on your calculator, 1,755 divided by 12, ang sagot po dyan ay 146.25. Okay, yan po yung sagot. Next, ano naman po yung mean dito sa x sub 2? Okay, yan po yung formula to get the mean. So, ito'y according po dito, yung summation ng x sub 2 ay 915 all over. Ilan po ba yung sample dito? Ito ay siyam. 9. Okay. Again, when you press 915 divided by 9, ang sagot po dyan ay 101.67. Okay. Importante po, no, na malaman nyo muna yung mean bago 146.65. Ito po yung magiging sagot kapag in-square po natin. Okay? Okay, same process pa rin po. Minus dito. Ito i-minus dito sa ating mean, tapos square it. Yan po yung nilalabasan. Ang sunod po kasi natin na gagawin, after po natin i-square ito, ay kukunin po natin yung summation po neto. Summation of x sub 1 minus yung ating mean ng x sub 1. Okay. Okay, kapag i-add po ito, no? Kapag i-add po ito, ang sagot po dyan ay 9,056.25. Okay, yan po yung sagot dito. Sa kabila naman, yung summation po, no, ng x sub 2 minus mean niya ay 12,300. Okay. Bakit po kailangan i-add? Para makuha po natin yung standard deviation ng sa audit staff pati sa sales staff. Dito po. So dito, nakuha na po natin summation ng x sub 1 minus mean ng x sub 1. Tapos square, that is 9,056.25 divided by n sub 1, which is 12. Okay, press this yung calculator. Ang sagot po dito ay 823.30. Okay, sa audit staff naman po, ito po yung formula. Okay, tapos nakuha na po natin yung sum. Ito ay 12,300 all over. Yung number po ng ating sample dito sa x sub 2 ay 9. Okay. Okay, when you press this on your calculator, ang sagot po dito ay 1,537.5. Okay. So yan na. Meron na tayong min ng first sample, min ng second sample. Meron na tayong standard deviation ng both ng sales pati ng audit. All we need to do is substitute po dun sa formula ng T-score. So ito po ay ito po ay 146.25 minus 101.67 minus 0 all over all over 12 minus 1 times yung standard deviation ng ating sales audit. So ito ay 823.30 square. Okay, all over 12 plus 9 minus 2. Okay, extend ko lang ito. Plus 9 minus 1 times 1,537.5 square. Okay. Square root of 1 over 12 plus 1 over 9. Okay. Kapag ipipress po natin, extend ko lang to, Kapag ipipress po natin ito sa ating calculator, ang ibibigay po niyan na sagot ay 3.015. Bali, ito na po ang ating computed T-score. Okay? Computed T-score. Ang sunod po natin na gagawin ay ipa-plot na po natin siya sa bell shape natin. Okay, ang sunod po natin gagawin ay ipa-plot na po natin siya sa ating bell shape. Remember, yung ating critical value po ay 1.729 at ang ating nakuha kanina ay 3.015. Okay, kung mapapansin nyo, nasa rejection region. So, we need to reject the null hypothesis. So, ito ay 3.0 is greater than or equal dun sa 1.729. Since mas malaki siya, we reject the null hypothesis. So, ang ating conclusion ay, okay, our conclusion would be, since we reject the null hypothesis, we can conclude that there is enough evidence to support the claim that the daily travel expense of sales staff is greater than the audit staff. Okay, that's it for today. Thank you so much for listening.